Good morning. Good early afternoon, everybody. We're here on Fight TV. It's Black Label Pro.
Is that it? Is that our intro?
That was your wake-up call.
That was our intro?
The beginning of his entrance music.
One hell of an alarm clock today. Noon 03. Welcome to Threat Level, noon 03. I'm Percy Davis. I'm with Mr. Dave Prazak over here, who's already a silly Billy. We just started.
What's up there? I'm silly all the time.
But speaking of silly, this is a man who is not silly one bit. Mr. Anthony Hendry. Good God. What
an explosive individual, I would say.
A monster in the middle of that ring.
A bit of change of scenery for Black Label Pro outside of the Crown Point area. We're here in Indianapolis as part of the collective. Day 3. It all wraps up tonight.
Beautiful 317. And out of the Motor City, though, we have one of the greatest veterans of all time, one of the greatest professional wrestlers to have ever graced this industry, our BLP Midwest Territory Champion, Alex Shelley.
He's wearing his mask to the ring.
Good Lord. Why would you be that handsome and wear a mask? I'm not understanding it. But an homage to, I can't think of the name at this time. I apologize. I'm not the wrestling encyclopedia that Mr. Shelley is.
Nobody is.
Alex Shelley. Tiger Driver 9X sponsored. Personal request for this match against Anthony Hendry, who had a tremendous showing against Ben Carter earlier this year.
Hasn't everyone had a great showing against Ben Carter?
Yeah, Ben Carter is amazing. I hope you're resting up there, buddy. Hope you heal up soon.
Absolutely. BLP Midwest Championship on the line. This should be one hell of an opening.
Absolutely. What a way to start the match. Again, Alex Shelley, Anthony Hendry, two of the best professional wrestlers going at this moment. Again, a personal request from Alex Shelley. Alex Shelley, during this run in his career, wanting to wrestle everybody, already drawing the line in the sand for Anthony Hendry.
Put some sportsmanship to start things out with the handshake. And the collar and elbow tie-up. As they say, start the show hot. Have a really good opening matchup. Set the pace for the rest of the show.
And absolutely will. I know everyone in the back is watching this. This is the beauty of Black Label Pro. Everyone is inspired by each other to be better. The wrestlers, the management, everyone wants to be so much better than they started. And a match like this, the entire show is going to be phenomenal now.
Quickly working his way out of that abdominal stretch. And Shelley into the hammerlock. Back to the headlock. Goes Anthony Hendry, bringing it down to the canvas. Back in a standing position, Shelley shoots him off. Step over by Hendry. Gets met with the elbow from Shelley.
A vicious back elbow. I wouldn't have expected that from Alex Shelley to go striking so early, especially against Anthony Hendry. But again, maybe that's to throw him off of his game plan.
Quick roll up out of the corner here.
But there it is. It's a game plan in of itself. Tight stretch muffler in there. He has that deep. Shelley has to crawl the ropes.
Walking on his hands all the way across the ring, but Henry's not done. Spinning toe hold, but kicked off by Shelley.
Shelley trying to get that separation, man. Anthony going right for him. Shoulder to the gut there. Working intelligently with that hot shot off of the middle rope.
Throat first. Across the top rope.
Taking a little bit of time for a beautiful splash, and maybe that time was too much wasted motion from the man who never wastes motion, Alex Shelley.
Nothing but knees to the midsection right there. That'll put a stop to the offense.
Covering that neck early is Anthony Hendry, kind of shaking off the damage he took earlier, but there are those brutal kicks. That could have been a horrible start to the match here for Alex Shelley. Those strikes of Anthony Hendry are pinpoint, yet devastating. Back to that neck goes Alex Shelley.
Shout out to our friend Sarah Shockey, unable to make it here today, but we'll hear from her and see her again soon.
You say, hopefully one day we have a little three-way date over here. Yeah, we get super professional three-person in the booth. Going and maintaining wrist control there is Alex Shelley. Double wrist locking onto the hammer lock there, holding it in tight too, making sure that Anthony Henry can't go anywhere. Holding it, bending at that right arm, good Lord.
And driving down with that knee. There's a million ways that Alex Shelley can bend you into a pretzel and dish out punishment. That's why he's one of the best in the world.
Of course, he seems to have been, he's targeting the neck area of Anthony Henry today, probably to help him so he can put on that Border City stretch later tonight. He's been putting away many opponents with that maneuver.
Bringing him down to his knees here.
Variation of a Japanese stranglehold straight jacket. Has the knees locked down as well, stepping on the back of them, making sure he has no leverage.
And now snapping back with it.
And even though his attack to the back, let's not forget the fact he had those arms laced around that neck and hyperextended that neck real quick, real fast. A whiplash maneuver.
Yeah, still focusing on that neck while also doing damage to the back. Multitasking, Alex Shelley.
Definitely, and very rarely do we see Anthony Henry in real danger. He's the wounded animal in this match. He's being picked apart. He's being followed by Alex Shelley, who's being very methodical. Look at this taunting Anthony Henry right now.
Baited him right in there, but Henry's got Shelley's leg.
God, that double-legged dragon screw leg whip. We saw him use that against Ben Carter last time he was in the ring, and it paid dividends. Look at that.
Shelley can't even stand. That did some serious damage to the leg of Shelley.
That maneuver, every time I see it, is so vicious. Jams up your ACL, MCL, anything else down there. And we already know Alex Shelley has a number of knee injuries that have plagued him throughout the career.
And Henry's focusing right on that weakness, on that body part. Could be the key to victory here against Shelley.
It's like a version of an Indian deathlock he has there, too. Holding in deep and slamming Shelley to the mat so he has to kick out, expend that little bit of extra energy.
Trying to force those shoulders to be flat against the canvas, but bridging up. And once again, Shelley trying to hang in there, needs to free himself from this leg lock if he can.
The fans have been for both of these men today. Neither side, neither really taking a side. It's been half and half this entire match. And right now, look at this. Anthony Henry bridging back on that Indian deathlock. Extra pressure applied.
And nowhere near the ropes for Shelley to force an immediate break of the hold here. Referee checking if he's had enough. A world of pain.
Look at that cocky look on the face of Anthony Henry. He enjoys hurting people. He is one of the most talented wrestlers on the planet, but he's a bit of a prick when he wants to be.
Further damage to the leg. Shelley just clutching that knee in pain.
And this is the pace that we usually see out of Anthony Henry. Stalks his prey, already knows what body part he's going to go to, makes his opponent wonder what is going to happen next. Right there with those boots to the inner knee.
Still keeping him in the middle of the ring, going for another spinning toe hold, but kicked through the ropes and all the way out to the floor.
Anthony Henry nonplussed about that, landing on his feet.
Usually at this point, you'd think maybe he would go for a dive or something, but Shelley can barely stand at this point.
Yeah, you're wondering if this is just to kind of breathe, get feeling back into those legs. As you can see, it's more pissing Anthony Henry off than anything else. Look at that quick snapping into the sleeper hold there real quick. Anthony Henry ran right into it. Maybe that was part of Alex Shelley's game plan, but that knee breaker was not. Missing that enziguri and slamming that right knee of his into the mat as well cannot feel good. Both of those knees damaged.
Drop kick right to that knee with precision. Henry with a running kick to the chest off the ropes. And a double stomp to follow up to the knee.
Combinations after combination there by Anthony Henry into a beautiful figure four leg lock, having it in deep, twisting over to add a little bit more pressure onto Alex Shelley.
Henry's doing a great job of focusing on that knee throughout this matchup. As soon as he got the opportunity and was able to keep Shelley away from working over his neck, he's done a great job. That we could see a submission victory here for Anthony Henry.
Very well could be, as we saw Alex Shelley try to turn over to that stomach and get that rope as well. There you go, alleviating the pressure, but Anthony Henry able to turn through. I'm wondering who actually has the advantage in this hold. Doesn't matter anyway. The break has to happen as both men were in the ropes.
Henry checking on his neck condition while Shelley's still clutching his knee.
The adrenaline has to be pumping through his veins, give him the opportunity to move as freely as he wants to. Alex Shelley's trying to get that same breather, trying to let the blood flow back to his legs so he can actually mount some kind of offense, though. Don't need legs for chops like that, though. Good God.
You got to keep in mind, someone like Alex Shelley was just wrestling about 16 hours ago in a brutal matchup and is back in the ring once again.
Yes, this is Anthony Henry's first match of the collective, too. So he is one of the freshest men here at Black Label Pro and the collective in general.
Taking a little bit of time.
He doesn't want to do it like that, he says. Good gosh, straight right there from Alex Shelley. You very rarely see punches in the mouth like that from Alex.
Anthony Henry was trying to keep it sportsmanlike, it seems, but temper's starting to flare a little bit.
Alex Shelley spitting at Anthony Henry there. Not the smartest thing.
Oh.
Holding him in place, smacking him into a enziguri afterwards.
It's like, if I'm not going to be able to walk for the rest of the week, I'm kicking you, slapping you in the face.
Good Lord, if you're going to take something out of me, I'm going to take something out of you, Punk, says Alex Shelley. But again, maybe that's the veteran instinct of Alex Shelley, getting into the head of Anthony Henry, who thought, we're going to have a nice match, we're going to have a fun match, we're going to wrestle like wrestlers, and to get punched in the face and spit on, of course you're going to swing on a guy any chance you can get.
Shelley ringing away on the arm. But going back to work on that leg is Anthony Henry.
Yanking at that arm, big chop, sending Anthony to the ground. Another one, maybe a trio of them.
Connecting with each chop to the chest and causing him to fall flat against the canvas. Back first repeatedly, but back to the leg.
Going for a German, not able to get it. Flinging his way all the way into the ropes, but oh my God, another dragon leg screw on the left leg.
And nowhere for Shelley to go as he was tied in the ropes with his other leg. Devastating.
It worked against Alex Shelley. He was attempting to grab hold of that rope to prevent an O'Connor roll, and that's some very gamesmanship like maneuver right there from Anthony Henry to use his opponent's advantage against him. STO into the middle buckle there. Able to create that separation. Alex Shelley holding up a finger to remind everyone, okay, I'm still in this.
He needs a little break here. As soon as he got the opportunity, as soon as he had Anthony Henry dazed, gave Alex Shelley a little bit of time to try to shake some life into that leg. Continue in this fight.
Again, both legs are damaged. The right one not so much as the left one after that second dragon screw leg woman right there. Maneuvers like that. Not even necessarily high risk, but Anthony Henry able to exploit that injury.
Out to the apron, connects with a kick to the side of the head. Caught him in the mouth, it looked like.
Huge shoulder to the gut there. Where's Anthony Henry going? Swimming through. Beautiful schoolboy. Super kick there on the button.
Shelley trying to stay on his feet here, but he's like out on his feet.
And a tornado DDT of his own by Anthony Henry. This could be it. Oh my God.
Ooh, very, very close.
Shelley had to use all of his upper body strength there. We saw him fling his leg in the air to attempt to kick out, but the pain was too great. A cloverleaf variation almost hooked on. Cloverleaf stretch muffler. I'm sorry, what? That is badass, and Alex Shelley is in a world of hurt.
Can he get to the ropes? No. Really wrenching up on the hold.
I imagine he's going to have to give up here, Dave. There's no way. Oh, he got it.
He has the ropes and taking full advantage of the referee's count is Henry before releasing the hold to do as much damage to the leg as possible.
I was assuming Shelley was going to tap out, just to at least prolong his career. That damage that already injured legs, that sometimes you just have to tap out to just see tomorrow. But Alex Shelley not letting it happen.
Wants to pull out the victory here and hold on to that BLP Midwest Championship.
Anthony Henry to his feet first. I'll be surprised if Alex Shelley can even stay on his feet.
No respect anymore at this point in the matchup, especially on the side of Alex Shelley. He's pissed.
Good Lord, those shots thundering throughout the fairgrounds here in Marion County. Look at that. Alex Shelley daring him, telling him more. It's not enough. Good God.
And hucking another loogie in his general direction. And Anthony Henry now off the ropes with momentum.
Lifting his leg up there intelligently with the super kick on the butt of Anthony Henry. He is staggered. Catching, swimming through, sending Shiranui.
This could be it.
This could be it. He has that hooked in deep. No, not enough.
2.5.
These near falls are driving me insane, Mr. Prazak. That beautiful standing Shiranui, and earlier that cloverleaf stretch muffler variation, but a Border City stretch swimming out of it. You do not put on a move of another wrestler. They know the best ways out of it. Hooking him in deep for that pin, though.
Shell shock!
Good God!
By Anthony Henry!
Shell shock nailed it. Oh, God. Into the Border City stretch.
Really rubbing it in his face.
Rolling him up deep, though. He has it hooked. That was it. Was that it? Ring the bell. Ring the bell. Yeah, I guess that's it.
That was 3.
Referee's positioning was a little off as his legs slid out of it, but that hand hit for the 3.
Yes, he was down for 3. Alex Shelley retains the BLP Midwest Championship.
And Anthony Henry is pissed in the middle of that ring right now, but Alex Shelley had to get as far away as possible from Anthony Henry, attempting to walk some feeling back into the legs.
And it came down to Anthony Henry trying to cinch in Shelley's own holds. Both tried to go for shell shock and the Border City stretch. And Shelley, all it took was that pissed off Shelley enough to get that cradle tight. 1, 2, 3 to retain the title.